In today's video, I'm going to talk about how and why you need to view working at your company just like being in a relationship. Most of us in the world have either been in a relationship or have worked for an organization or have done both. I was involved in many relationships before I finally got married to my loving and amazing and wonderful wife, Blake. Whenever you're in a relationship, you're inevitably presented with a choice. Do you keep the relationship going? Is it something that you turn into a long-term or perhaps a permanent relationship? Or is it something that you do not see going further and a relationship that you actually have to end? This choice typically comes up when you are presented with some sort of a challenge. Maybe the person you're in a relationship with is a workaholic and is not giving you the time and attention that you feel you need or deserve. Maybe the spark just isn't there. Maybe you're arguing too much. Whatever it is, for some reason you are presented with that choice you need to make. Do you keep fighting for that relationship and try to make it work? Or do you end that relationship? If you decide you want to fight for that relationship, then you gotta fight like hell to make it work. You need to decide, are you going to overcome those obstacles and work on the problems that you're faced with? Then you have to do everything you can. Now, of course, there are no guarantees that the relationship will succeed, but at least you can say you did everything you could to try to make it work. You tried your hardest. Are you gonna take that trip to visit your partner's parents the way that you've always been promising? Are you gonna stop being a workaholic? Are you gonna go to couples therapy together? Whatever it is, are you going to do whatever is required to keep that relationship going, to fight for it, to make it succeed? Working for an organization is the exact same thing. At some point, you are also going to be presented with that choice that you need to make, and you're going to need to decide. Are you going to try to make things work, or are you going to jump ship? Maybe you had a bad performance review. Maybe you don't have a good relationship with your leader. Maybe you decide that there's not enough room for learning and growth and development inside your organization. Whatever it is, if you decide that it's worth fighting for, then here too, you gotta fight like hell to keep that relationship going. This means if you decide your company is worth fighting for, you're gonna have that tough conversation with your leader. You're gonna address the issues that came up in that performance review. You're going to volunteer to take on the tough, hard projects. You're gonna try to get more involved with the organization. You're gonna try to speak up. You're gonna do whatever it takes to fight for that relationship and to make it succeed. Whether you are in a personal relationship or a professional relationship, it is the same thing. You need to decide if it's a relationship worth fighting for, and if it is, fight like hell to make it work. If it's not a relationship worth fighting for, then get out and move on to something else. So ask yourself, is the relationship that you have with your organization, with your leader, one worth fighting for? And if so, what are you going to do about it? Thanks for tuning into this show. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to head over to defineleadership.com to grab a copy of my brand new PDF that's going to walk you through a framework on how to create your own personal definition of leadership and why that matters now more than ever. You will also see the definitions of leadership from some of the CEOs I interviewed, including from the CEOs of organizations like KPMG, Oracle, and Verizon. Again, you can get that PDF at defineleadership.com. And of course, I would love it if you subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos just like this and for interviews with some of the world's top business leaders. Thank you for watching.